All right, Nikai, it's been about 10 days of camp, your second year here. How do you think you're a better player now than maybe you were last year?
I think as a mentally state, I know every position, just being able to move around from star to safety, just knowing everybody's position, I think put me in a better position to make plays on the ball, and just being more vocal. Now that I'm at safety, I'm like the quarterback of the defense, so I got to make sure everybody's in position. So that just made me, like I said, get me in better position to make plays on the ball and keep my team up and doing what we're supposed to do.
Okay. What stood out about this defense so far this camp? What really impresses you about the group?
I feel like we're all together. Like everybody loves everybody. We all want to play for each other. Like we want to. Give me all of you, so I give you all of me. So I feel like from D-line to linebackers to safety, we all buy in. We run into the ball. Everybody wants to be here. Like we want to play for each other. We want to play for Coach Addison. We want to win. And so running to the ball and everything, that's what's going to help us.
Okay, you mentioned talking about being the quarterback of the defense at the safety spot there. Obviously, it comes a lot of other lessons and stuff you probably learned to start being that role, build a leader, different sort of vision when you're playing. What's kind of the biggest lesson you learned playing at that spot?
Probably like being back there, you can't be quiet. Like I said, you got to be vocal. You have to communicate pre-snap, during the snap, after play, just so everybody could be on the same page. Because if one side of the field on one call doing one thing, and the other side, you feel me? We the end line. So if the ball gets behind us, it's touchdown. So just getting everybody to buy into the standard and be on the same page is probably what I say.
Recruiting's obviously been kind of the big buzz the last few days around here. When you committed here, you remember you saying that you want to be a difference maker locally and change the perception around UCF. So now seeing a couple of years later what's kind of transpired, how does it make you feel?
I mean, I feel great. Just like everybody didn't see the vision when I committed. I had a lot of people like, why you go here? Why UCF and this and that. So just me, just setting the standard, just abiding by the vision that Coach Malzahn and Coach Addy and everybody had. I just wanted to play for my home team, and I got more players like younger guys, Caven and Braden, just to abide by the vision that I seen. So just getting everybody to see that we could bring Central Florida up and we could be one of those powerhouse schools that wins the national championship, wins the Big 12 championship.
Nikai, dating back to a year ago, we've seen people that have really mentioned you as someone who was really impressed in the practice both last year and this year. So can you talk about what your why is when you go out there on that practice field and why you go out the way that you do?
My family. I'm a family guy. I love my parents. They did so much for me. I have a good support system, uncles, aunties, cousins. So just them pouring in all they had for me, I just want to be able to, when I make it, give back to them. So that's my why. Cousins that I had passed away, aunties, like, that motivates me. And just the love that I have for the game, like, I wouldn't be out here if I didn't love it for real.
Nikai, where do you feel like you've grown most in your leadership position? Stepping back to safety from the corner is a big deal as far as secondary defense. Where do you feel like you've grown the most in that leadership role?
Just being more verbal, vocal, loud. Like you said, at corner, I'm usually the one getting the call, and then I'm just set on what I'm supposed to do. Safety, I'm the one getting the call, giving it to people, making sure that we are aligned right. And so I just feel like that made me a better person and a better teammate for the guys.
There's a lot of competition in that secondary. There's guys that get so through returning, there's transfers, there's freshmen. Who are some guys that have impressed you so far?
A lot. I'll say Brandon Adams. Brandon been here for a long time. He's stepping up, being that real guy. CT, Quad, Braden Marshall, he's stepping up. He's coming along a lot. Just a lot. I ain't gonna lie, we got a lot of depth. Mari, Kari, twins, it's a lot of it.
You mentioned Braden, he's another local guy like yourself. Is he kind of stepping into your former like nickel spot? Is that kind of where he's fitting in?
Yeah, he's playing a lot of nickel, but I'm trying to like let him learn everything. So just don't get focused on one position, because the more versatile you are, the easier it is to get on the field.
Nikai, what have you seen from the defense so far, and what do you think you guys can work on or continue to be strong at come the next scrimmage?
Like I said, everybody is one. Everybody wants to play for each other. Everybody running to the ball. Like, we just all love each other. We want to play for each other. We want to play for Coach Addy. We want to set the standard high and accomplish all our goals.
Nikai, moving from corner to safety generally means you concentrate more on the run than you would as a corner. What kind of, how much is playing against a mobile guy like John Rice help you get better at your run defense effort?
Oh, it helped me a lot. John Rice, and then we have real elusive backs that could do not just physical, but that could give you a move. So just being able to have them in practice, see them in practice every day, I think it'll make it easier for the game time because that's what I see.
Yeah, Nikai, it's been a hot one here in Central Florida over the last couple of days. Just how have the guys been handling the heat? Because even for Florida, it's been quite hot over the past few days.
Yeah, it's been crazy hot, but I feel like the heat brought us together more because now it's like, it's hot, okay, it's gonna be hot, get over it. Like, the standard is still the standard. We still gotta play football, and I feel like it gives us an advantage. So when teams do come down here to the bounce house, we used to everything. We done played in the heat. We done sacrificed. We done grind.
What do you think about UCF going into the Big 12? I think when you committed, it was before all that stuff happened. I mean, you bought into the vision long before that. Now it's finally here. You guys are playing the Big 12 schedule. You know what's at stake. What are your feelings on that? How excited are you for that?
I'm very excited. I'm glad we get to be on the bigger stage. Everybody gets to showcase their talents. Bigger competition and better names. So we all do good. We do what we're supposed to do. We'll put more people in the league. We'll be able to win a championship.
I mean, what do you guys talk about doing in that league? I mean, there's a little bit of buzz for UCF, but people probably kind of dismiss UCF a little bit because, you know, they're coming from a G5 league. Like, what are your expectations? What do you want to accomplish this year?
Like Coach Addison said, the standard is standard. We don't care if we're the underdogs, the most talked about. We're going to be physical. We're going to create turnovers. And we're going to all be together as one because if we do that, nobody can stop us.
You talked a little bit about John Rice and the running backs. What have you seen from this offense this year, and what's your assessment of what they've been able to do so far in camp?
I think it's more versatile, which will give defenses more problems. It's not just runs, deep shots. We got different looks, different guys that could get involved, like slots, the outside, the different running backs depth that we have. I feel like we're going to have a crazy offense this year.
What are you and the secondary doing to kind of create more turnovers, as you mentioned?
Disguise, because Addison's very big on disguise, so just disguising our looks, not giving the quarterback an easy read on the defense. So with that, we're going to create more turnovers.
That's all set.
Appreciate it. Thank you, Nikai.
Thank you, Nikai.